economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Give us access to our money we put in the bank.
POS operator, she said 3,000 is 1,000 to collect 3,000 naira. Where are we heading to?
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed, and in between are the cowards and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the turn thing. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
And the hypocrites.
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the...
With us is still Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Today on Open Conversation, I have with me Mr. Ugochukwu Ifanichukwu, a political analyst. Good morning, Mr. Ugochukwu.
Good morning, Choma, and I welcome Nigerians to today's Open Conversation. And we continue to, talk Nigeria because you could see that we just celebrated the 10th year of the Chibok adoption.
Okay.
And we are still urging the federal government to do the needful.
All right.
So
all right.
Our hearts goes out to the families.
And I also have with me Honorable Churchill Wali, a political analyst and a politician as well. Good morning, Honorable Churchill, and welcome to Open Conversation.
My pleasure.
All right.
Being here.
All right, the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, and the state chapter of the People's Democratic Party have disagreed over political appointments being made by the ruling All Progressives Congress in the state. The PDP accused Governor Oyebanji of wasting the meager resources of the state on political appointments for his party members, describing the action as an attempt to siphon the state treasury from his second-term ambition. Dismissing the criticisms, the governor, who described the opposition party as anti-people, said his administration followed due diligence in the process leading to the recruitment of eminent Ekiti sons and daughters into his cabinet. He stated that his administration deserves commendation rather than unwarranted attacks by the opposition elements in the state. The PDP had kicked against the recent appointment of over 110 special assistants, senior special assistants, and technical advisors announced by the state government. Governor Oyebanji had earlier in November 2023 appointed no fewer than 162 aides, including 79 senior special assistants, 73 special assistants, and 10 technical advisors. A statement made available to newsmen in Ado-Ekiti by the PDP publicity secretary in the state, Raphael Adeyanju, said the governor has turned the state into a poverty alleviation center for his hungry political members. Mr. Ugochukwu, what do you think about the recent appointments going on in Ekiti State and the reaction of PDP? Do you think PDP is right this time around to call out the governor on the political appointments?
Before I dive into that, I want to make a very passionate statement about what is going on in Nigeria. This is like a chess game. Politics in Nigeria is like a football game or a football match, and the politicians are the captains of those teams. So I will now try and say that congratulations to the Skies that are Blues. I'm not a fan of Chelsea, but they did well. And I want to say that all of them should be happy. And we believe, we the lovers of good football, want to see them replicate what they did yesterday against Everton. When you talk about what is happening in Ekiti State, left for me, I don't think that this should have made the headlines, because this is what the Nigerian governors are known for. This is governance in action. This is what it is to bring about good governance, dividends of democracy, as far as the Nigerian political system is concerned. Creating job for the boys, you know, trying to settle the boys. It happened in Rivers State prior to the 2023 general elections, where we saw the governor make, the former governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, make political appointments of those he called there was a name, maybe the honorable will remind me, the name he used in that appointment that he made towards the eve of the 2023 general elections. This is what we see, the same thing.
Polling unit liaison officers.
The polling unit liaison officers appointed by Nyesom Wike. And most of them came on national television already and cried that their monies were not paid. He said that he will pay them 100,000.
He wouldn't say that.
So now, no, they made it is alleged.
That's not what we are discussing.
Yes, no, but this is the same thing. It's a fallout. I'm drawing you. I'm giving you that it is not the first time it's happening. You know, Nigerian politicians try to copy the uncopyable. You know, Nigerian politicians try to play out the Nigerianness in them. Why will a governor whose state is producing graduates, turning out the best brains? Because as far as we know, in the Nigerian circle, you look at the southwestern states as where you have where you have education as their pride of place, education as their mainstream. That should be their industry, and they should tap into it. The governor creating rooms for SSA and SAs and the TSA. This is the first time I'm hearing about TSA. Technical advisors. This is laughable. It's very, very laughable in the sense that this particular group, are they going to retire with remunerations? Are they under the payment rule of the state civil service? Or are they people that will fizzle away at the whims and caprices of the governor?
They are political appointees. So usually their tenure ends with the administration.
This political appointment, is it a way of showing somebody how to fish or giving spoon-feeding people? Look at 110 in his purview. And so as far as I know, the Nigerian governor does not accept or wait for people to advise him before he does what is on his mind. And if you have used this one to create, what do you call it, Ministry of Entertainment, it would have been very nice. Because we saw Rocha Sokorocha created the Ministry of Happiness. Yeah, these are some of the laughable things they do when they enter, because they are clueless. They don't know how to govern. They don't know how to create a lasting ministry or something that will last, that will give people employment that is enduring. Okay. That is what we are talking about. Right. So let me give you an example of what the former House member in Imo State, Uche Ogbuagu, did. You know, Urocha Sokrota appointed him as one of his SAs. He came on radio before he ran for the Imo State House Assembly and said that all these names that we have, they have no offices. You can't trace them. It's only to drop the account number at the end of the month, and there'll be causing confusion everywhere.
All right.
That is, he's creating more problem that he's solving in Ekiti State.
Okay.
So for PDP to cry out, I know that they are not the holy sheep in this particular accusation they are giving, but because they are playing the opposition. But when we see the truth, let us say it. The governor did not do well. Let him create a ministry where these people will be employed, gainfully employed, and contribute their quota to the development and the well-being of the state. So at the end of the day, they can even outlive his tenure as citizens of Ekiti State.
Okay. Honorable Churchill, let's look at the economic implication of this move by the Ekiti State governor. Do you think at this point in time that Nigeria is groaning under the weight of super inflation, state governments are crying out that they are having issues paying salaries. Do you think this has any economic benefit at all to Ekiti State? And then, as a politician that you are, what do you make of this move by the governor of Ekiti State? Can you explain the political undertone behind it?
My brother, friend Ugochukwu was referring to the most powerful governor that was here in Nigeria,
Ex-governor,
the former governor of Rivers State. His appointment, referring it to this particular appointment, it's not the same. Let me calm down so I can. These appointments are supposed to be done. The major appointments he called name here is SSA, SA. These are appointments that are based on the law of the state. Every state has its own law. And you cannot just do these appointments, appointing someone as SA to the governor without the person passing through screening. It's not possible. They have numbers of.
They are talking of 110.
So you mean that the election officers didn't pass through screening?
Let me come down.
162.
So it is very, very, it's abnormal. But let me come to the other side. When you are in a seat governing a state, you should expect criticism. That is one. And it must come from the opposition party. It must not be that it's not a one-party system. There is no state that runs one-party system, that everybody will be praising the governor. No. Some persons must try to push the governor to the wall. That is the only area where the governor will start performing very well. So if PDP comes up and say, this man is not doing well by making these appointments, he should also look at the state law, whether it is guiding him rightly for him to make those appointments. And the House of Assembly should be the people to even question him for making this kind of appointments.
The state assemblies question the governors.
Let me come to that point. If your state assembly did not question you for making this kind of appointment, and the opposition party comes up to say what you did is wrong, the opposition party is right. But in the other way around, what he wants to do is what he did not start early. Because they are talking about Ekiti State election coming up. Ekiti State, that a state that we know too well that does not have what it takes. You understand? And you are making this kind of appointment. You are trying to destroy the economy of the state.
Okay.
If we are talking about Rivers State, if we are talking about Lagos State, making this kind of appointment, we would not talk about that. Yes, they have the resources to take care of this appointment. Tomorrow they will not pay salary. He wouldn't pay them. And even if paying them, when they call somebody SSA to the governor, my brother, if I'm your brother, I will start driving your car because I know that something must come out. But in this kind of appointments that has 100 and something SSA, how much is he going to pay them? And what is their positions? Because when you want to give somebody SSA, you give him a postfolio. You give him an office. You cannot give somebody SSA without an office. You say he has, even if the local government chairman cannot have SSA up to 100. Because you must have an office.
So
what I'm saying
number,
in a nutshell,
this particular number now
in a nutshell
is enough to form a quorum in a ministry.
In a nutshell, you see.
Yes, in a government ministry.
The governor is trying to make himself more popular. Maybe he made promises to the people of the state.
Settling of the boys.
So, but the promises he made to them, he is not going the right way to fulfill the promises. So what I'm saying is that my party, the PDP, because I'm a member of PDP, they are 100% right to move ahead. I'm encouraging them to move ahead, do more in criticizing the appointments made by the governor, because the governor did not. He doesn't know anything about governance.
Right.
He should go and seek advice from better governors, like the minister of FCT minister, so he will advise him on how to govern a state. Because you can't come up as a governor, you want to make reckless appointments that will cause problems. Because if he did not pay them well, if it's an SSA he has just appointed, called an SSA in Rivers State and find out how much they are paying him. Maybe he's paying them 100,000 naira. They will fight him.
All right.
He doesn't know what SSA is all about.
Okay.
See,
so they should criticize him more.
This issue is not about party issue. I hope, Honorable Churchill, if this particular appointment is made by a PDP governor and is being criticized, you will stand on the same page, because you first of all said that what Nelson Wike did was apt.
No,
that is your statement.
Let me come down to you. I want to come down to what you said. The governor of Rivers State looked at way, the former governor of Rivers State looked at way to impact governance to
this
the
one
people
is
of
also
the world
impacted
and unit. Now he looked at it that this vote must come from the unit. These are party agents.
All right.
And these party agents, for we to equip them now before the election, we have to prepare them. So you cannot bring in somebody that is
your argument is
we are out of time
your argument now is not logical, because if this particular SS is, they are products of the wards. They are coming from somewhere too. So the governor is already planning for the next election.
For you,
the governor, the boys one, from what you said about the Wike's appointment here, that it is for the election. This governor is preparing for the next election. Right. So he is making these appointments for people to go to the polls. So
what you are telling me is that they are making
it is neither here nor there. It is neither here nor there.
Out of time for this.
It is neither here nor there.
To move on to
they will criticize him more.
The All Progressive Congress National Assembly caucus in Benue State has debunked claims that there are two factions of party in the state. Press reports that the state level of the ruling party has been in chaos following the face-off between the state governor Hyacinth Alia and the secretary to the government of the Federation, Senator George Akume. Alia and Akume, his predecessor, are battling for the leadership of the party structure in the state. But the caucus, in a statement issued on Monday by Honorable Philip Abese, the joint spokesman of the National Assembly, said Benue APC has no faction. The lawmaker said Akume remains the leader of the party in Benue as far as the APC's doctrine and philosophy were concerned. The lawmakers reckoned that as long as the party's constitution and National Working Committee are concerned, Austin Agada, who was earlier sacked by his ward, remains the state chairman. Abese also wondered why Governor Alia, who has barely spent 1 year in office, wants to be equated with a man who has been governor for 8 years, senator for 12 years, and minister for 4 years, and currently the Secretary General of the Federation. Mr. Ugochukwu, what is your take on this?
How I wished you were coming from Honorable Churchill first.
You wanted Honorable Churchill
to... But what I want to say... What I want to say here is there is no debate about this. When I went through it, it is totally out of ignorance that the caucus members of the House of Representatives from Benue State spoke.
Why do you say so?
Yes, they are speaking from the position of ignorance. Because you could recall that the party, Olusegun Obasanjo was the person that killed the organogram and the structural organization of party politics in Nigeria, where he was trying to, usurp their powers and assume the all in all, as they say in the Nigerian politics. But they forget that there will be a tomorrow when whatever you do begins to come back to haunt you. Gabriel Suswan, who was a governor in Benue State, is now trying to seek for what is not in existence. He's a PDP man, and now hibernating in APC. See, going by the party constitution, going by what we have known in Nigeria, just the same thing that is playing out in Rivers State, the supremacy of who is the leader of the party. But they now forget that what heavens and come down, Father Alia remains the party leader in Benue State. And in River State, Governor Siminalayi Fubara remains the party leader in PDP.
You are not even a party member.
Do you know why? No, we are all opinion molders. If I'm not a party man, I am privy to the politics that plays out in Nigeria, and I will give you my facts. When Audu Ogbe was the chairman of PDP, from there the thing snowballed and got to the other man that took over from him. What Obasanjo did was to make sure that the party supremacy was dead, because there is nowhere there will be a sitting political party chairman and you're calling a sitting president or the governor in a state the party leader. You can't hear about it in Senate climes, because you are the flag bearer of the party. Who made you? Who gave you the flag is the leader of the party. You could relate it to what APC, this same APC now did to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu when Buhari was on seat, because he was the person that galvanized them and formed APC. They gave him a glorified party leader. What happened? When they were calling for meetings in the State House, Abuja, and he appeared in those meetings, what happened? It was this M-Rufai that walked him out. That this meeting is meant for presidents and governors, and it is not about that. Being a party leader has no, even in their party constitution, there was nowhere it was written that there is a position for somebody to be a national party leader. They just use the thing to just clothe the man in an unexisting glory. But when he realized it in the second tenure of Buhari, the man went back to his cocoon and began to read the handwritings of the wall that there is danger somewhere, and started planning for his own survival that led him to where he is today. I mean Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he was called then, the national party leader. Right. So what is playing out here today is that both APC and PDP and the Nigerian system has made it that the man who dishes out, who has the deep pockets, who controls the finances, and the person who is the highest ranking political office in a particular state assumes the party leadership. That is why Njesom Wike cannot be the PDP leader in Rivers State. You know why? The governor, there's a sitting governor, is the highest ranking in political. He is a minister. If it is in a state where there is no sitting governor and there is a minister, or there is somebody who is in the APC working committee national who comes from that particular state and they have no minister, they have no, he rightfully assumes the party leadership.
All right.
Look at what is happening in what do you call it, Labour Party and PDP now. Atiku is assuming the party leadership because he contested, he was the flag bearer of for the presidential election. And in Labour Party, Obi is still regarded as the party leader, not even the chairman. So they have bastardized this. The earlier the political parties in Nigeria go back to rejig the powers of their national working committees to assume their proper positions. Those issues will continue to play out in Nigeria, and there will not be an end in sight for all this crisis.
All right. Honorable Churchy, you were itching to say something. What do you think about this?
I will go direct to, making references that is not very, very important in this particular matter. It's just like you are feeling intimidated. I'm a party man. I understand the fact that party leadership is not in the party constitution. Yes, it is clear. It's not in the party constitution. But without party leadership, the party cannot move smoothly. And we understand the fact that every party understands the reason why they make somebody a party leader. A party leader is a man that controls the party, and that is just like in the party system, that is like a watchdog to the party executive. Now, a party leader supports the party executive, financially and otherwise, you must put in your own as a party leader. And it must not come from one side. Let me come. When we are talking about the decision of the National Working Committee, it is clear. Akume is nobody, it's no man that they can play with. It's a man that has paid his dues. Akume has paid his dues, and you can't come up because you are a governor earlier that just came up yesterday as a governor, and you want to come and say Akume is no more the leader of the party. SGF is wrong. So I want to congratulate the National Assembly caucus of their state for looking at the importance of making Alia understand the fact that being a governor does not make you a head in a state. Because when it comes to party decisions, a man cannot take party decision. A man cannot, it's just like what happened in River State. When His Excellency, the former governor of River State, wanted to, when the party wanted to select a candidate, he called all the stakeholders, and everybody contributed his own quota in making sure that they did not make a mistake in selecting a candidate. And when this candidate was selected, it was not selected by only him, but he played a major role to make sure that yes, everybody contributes his own. So in decision of the party, the leader of the party in the states calls everybody together and takes decisions. So I congratulate the National Assembly caucus for making it clear. Alia should understand the fact that being a governor does not make him a leader. And also, it should also sound to other governors that will just stand up and say they are leaders. You cannot think you are a governor that makes you a leader. It's not possible. It is not possible.
Hold on. Now, Honorable Churchill, if I may ask, who is the party leader of APC in Nigeria?
Party leader of APC in Nigeria?
Yes.
APC was not just formed by one person.
Who is the party leader?
So it was formed by so many.
I asked you the party leader.
The party leader of APC in Nigeria,
yes,
as it stands now, is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will give you reasons for that.
No, hold on.
No, I will give you reasons for that. If you want the reasons, I will make it clear.
Yeah, hold on. Don't preempt me. I just asked the question. Who is the party leader of APC in Nigeria? You said he's President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Okay, good. Now,
I said I will give you points for that.
You will have your say. Now, who is the national chairman?
Talking about
the party leader?
When you are talking about, I will also get back to the word chairman.
We are not discussing words.
Okay, national chairman.
Yes.
National chairman is the chairman of the party. He controls the affairs of the party. The leader, like I said it here before, the leader is like a watchdog. He's like a man that controls the party financially. He sponsors the party. Do you know what it takes for somebody to be a leader?
So the national chairman is not a party leader.
The national chairman, he cannot spend party money.
When they have destroyed, look at the way he's looking for cover up.
But it's not.
Look at how he's looking for a cover up.
Hold on.
No, because look at it now.
Hold on, Mr. Guchu. The national chairman is a party leader.
He's among the party. He's a party leader. He's a party leader.
So why do we have two leaders? Can two captains rule a ship?
That is a very simple story. I've told you this before this time. Okay, now, in my state here.
Okay, hold on. What qualifies, before we come down to River State, what qualifies President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a party leader in Nigeria?
Okay, it's just a simple.
What qualifies him?
Now, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was among the founding fathers of APC. And he came with his own party, CPC. You understand? He came with his own party, CPC.
ACN.
Okay.
ACN.
Both CPC and ACN, both of them are his party. Okay, CPC was from Muhammadu Buhari.
Right.
He came with ACN.
Right.
And he contributed. If you can go back to ask questions, but Ahmed Tinubu contributed more than half.
Why isn't?
You understand?
Why isn't Muhammadu Buhari also a party leader alongside Bola Tinubu, since one of the reasons you're giving...
Did I tell you that?
He's among the... What of other founding fathers?
They tell you that. What I'm telling you is that in 12, among 12, there is a head. Even among 3, there is a head.
What makes him the head?
Stand, because I know that is the area you are going to.
Yes, that's the area I'm going to.
Not only because he's the president of Nigeria, but he has paid his dues even
has
more than
pockets as well.
Yes, he has the pockets.
So what qualifies somebody?
He has paid his dues.
Party leader, how deep the pockets are?
Not how.
You said that is the financing of the party because
your contribution to the party matters.
Your exact words. Do you know what it is, what it takes to run a party? That was what you said. I'm quoting you. The rhetorical question you asked. Do you know what it takes to run a party?
Yes.
Now, and when you now said in the case of Benue State, it is the SGF that is the party leader.
He has sustained the party.
Not Governor Alia.
That's just 1 year in office.
Just 1 year in office.
By May.
By May. So now, is it a case of...
But Governor Alia, sorry, let me also come. Governor Alia also knows. He knows how he became a governor. He knows that Akume also contributed highly. You understand, in making him a governor.
Now, you said that the president is the party leader.
I said the president, the sitting president.
Can I clarify something here?
The sitting president.
In the case of a state, it is not the governor that is the party leader.
When we are talking about president, I've also told you clearly. No, I've also told you clearly the reason why Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
We've gotten your reasons. But Choma, I want you to ask him from the 3 things I will say, 3 bullet points. When Muhammadu Buhari was the president, Muhammadu Buhari was clearly, if you will finish the program, you can make a fast check, was clearly described as APC national leader. APC national, when they come for a meeting, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was the national leader.
Okay.
Look at what they called him. National leader that has no, even as he has hesitated that position now, is there anybody who is answering national leader in APC? That is a place that was carved for him because of what he said, his play, the role he played in the emergence of APC. They now gave him that
ceremonial,
empty, glorified, what do you call it, name. No, listen, I'm coming. I'm making something clear to you. It's not a laughing matter. I'm on national television, and you can take me on this.
Yes.
When they come for meeting, who is the APC national leader? Is President Muhammadu Buhari.
Then Tinubu was addressed as what?
Tinubu was addressed as the national leader.
Okay.
But when he appears where they are having meeting, or when the decisions are to be taken by APC, Muhammadu Buhari supersedes and overrides whatever office that was glorifiable to him. So what happens again is that this Alia and Akume they are talking about now, Choma, Alia has an immunity and is the governor of a state. That what do you call it? Suswan is an appointee, subservient. George Akume is subservient to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's with capacity that tomorrow he can be removed. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're making this type of argument, be logical and be sound, so that when you're looking at it, you understand. I'm not saying that is what it ought to be, but I said it was destroyed by the greed of the politicians during the Obasanjo era, when he wanted to subsume the powers of the party. Now, political parties in Nigeria, how many of them pays dues? That's why on the Buchochi here we continue to tell me that one man will be financing a political party. When political party members should have their dues, what qualifies you to be a party man? Wait, honorable, is when you, even as you stand here, do you have a dues card for your party that every month you are contributing 10 naira, you're contributing 200 naira for the welfare of the party, or you are looking at one man? Then why will you sit and say that it's one man that is financing the party? You see what is causing the problem we are having in Benue State and the River State? But when Wike was in the saddle, there was an orderly, there was people that were in PDP that made Wike whom he is. Did they assume
the party leader in River State.
Okay.
I asked a direct question. Did they position themselves as the party leader? Now you want to arrogate it to him that he will unseat a sitting governor who has the budget and the allocation of the state. Asu Swan and the Wike as a governor now. Akume and the Wike as a governor. Who has the deepest pocket when you come to financing party now?
Are you talking
you
about?
Mean,
no,
you
that
mean,
is what at the present.
Akume,
if you're saying Hyacinth earlier, and also in River State now, and the Seminary Fobara, who can spend without back?
They are just rhetorical.
No, let me answer him the questions.
Can you do that in a minute? Because we are
okay, in a minute. Let me tell you. One, when Wike came in to be the leader of the party, he was still a minister. That was after the judgment concerning the two-party chairman, state party chairman. And immediately after the judgment, the former governor, Rotimi Amechi, left the party. So Wike had the opportunity to take over as the leader of the party.
Because he was the highest ranking political officer.
Wasn't he the highest ranking?
He was! From the state.
Let me come. I'm just as unless
no, this is what we are seeing now.
If you want me to continue that, I will expatiate it to the extent where you will understand it more. Let me tell you, not only because he was the highest ranking, but he was the one that took to make sure that the party is being sustained at that moment. Because what everybody believes that there is nothing like PDP again. When Felix Obua came down, after the judgment, when Felix Obua came down to the state, and Mechi changed and believed that yes, he has gone to APC with the 5 governors. So everybody believed that there is nothing like PDP again in this state. But it was him that took it upon his shoulder. Now let me tell you, when it comes to Akume, Akume is not just, I have told you before this time, Akume is SGF. Akume is a name in that state, is a name in the national politics. So if you come up, you say you are a governor. What if you come up and let me also put it to
but if you say what is playing out in Nigeria, I'm telling you what politicians are doing. That now they want to shift the goalpost. Choma, I'm not against what you're saying. If there is a trajectory, if they have followed this trajectory, I don't know if you understand. I'm on another television. If you have followed this trajectory, I wouldn't argue you. That having spent so time and having been a former governor, a former minister, and now SGF, but I now ask you a question. Between Alea and Akume, who is the highest ranking political office holder in Nigeria, according to the Nigerian constitution in that state? Who between them? Just answer this question, we move over.
Okay, let me ask you.
No, don't ask me a question.
Okay.
Who?
Can you ask him? Is Akume. And I will tell you the reason.
Look at SGF and the governor.
No, he's talking about it.
Move to another place.
He said, who is the highest ranking political officer in the state, not at the
he said political officer.
No, political office holder from that Benue state.
Now, political office holder. Now, but
no, from the state. From the state. Who among them? SGF and governor.
Hold on.
SGF is the number 3 citizen of the country. Now, in the executive council of the nation. Shebi, you know.
Okay.
Now, in the states, Alia is the first citizen. You understand? But what we are talking about is
the SGF an elective position?
Is an appointment.
So what's the difference?
It's an appointment.
Doesn't that make a difference?
It's an appointment.
That's what I'm saying. Being an appointee and being in an elective.
The only thing I want to let you know is that the only thing I want to let you know is that the state's the National Assembly caucus has already made their point clear. Akume is the leader.
Your point is the opinion. They're entitled to the opinion, but you didn't answer our question.
Gentlemen,
Akume is the leader.
We are out of time for this. We are out of time for this. The State Working Committee of the Kano chapter of the All Progressive Congress, APC, has reversed the suspension of the party's national chairman, Omar Abdullahi Ganduje. Also, the committee suspended the ward leaders who earlier suspended Ganduje. Leaders in Ganduje's ward in Dawakin Tofa local government had on Monday suspended the APC national chairman. However, in a quick counter, the party's local government officials thwarted the suspension and sacked those behind it. The Dawakin Tofa APC chairman, Inusa Dawanau, said those behind Ganduje's suspension were involved in anti-party activities. He added that their meetings with the opposition were exposed. Meanwhile, according to the committee, Ganduje's suspension is invalid, null and void, and cannot stand. Also, the state APC chairman, Alhaji Abdullahi Abbas, said they had adopted the decisions of the local government party leaders. He added that the ward leaders' anti-party activities were being investigated. Let me start with you, Mr. Ugochukwu, again. Now, what do you think about the drama that is currently playing out in Kano State over Ganduje's sack?
It is Jamel to state here that what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Okay.
Just like I said in the flip-over conversation, that when you are doing something, you don't remember that tomorrow it might come to haunt you. It is a question of what goes around comes around. This is the turn of Ganduje. We have seen how was Shomole removed. How was Iyochia Ayu removed? So whether they like it, whether Uche Secondus, so whether they like it or not, the state ESCO, the local government, whatever they call them, because I know that what gave rise to the word organogram of the party APC in Kano State is the NWC. NWC sat and ordered for a convention, and in that convention it is cumulative from the world level, local government, state and national, is it not? Because there are delegates that will come from the world. There will be delegates from the local governments, there will be delegates from the state that will go and elect the national. So they are part and parcel of what makes the National Working Committee of APC what it is, because of the vote that came from each ward level. Whether it's one delegate or two, that is why you cannot usurp or unilaterally remove a sitting national chairman of any political party, because it starts from the ward. So whatever they playing to the gallery that those people from the local government in that particular state, Kano State, are playing to the gallery to, cry more than the bereaved and say they have passed this one and that, is in nullity. Was that announcement made by the ward chairman? Was it by the substantive ward executive or ward chairman, whether they are one or two? Are they empowered constitutionally, according to the APC constitution, to be members of that particular ward? Were they elected? That is what you're going to ask yourself. So has that particular local government, do they have powers in the APC constitution to unilaterally suspend or usurp the powers of a ward chairman? That's the question. So the pronouncement has been made. Ganduje, not his days in court, he could insult his lawyers to go and the litigation, and if those people are backed by the MPP governing party in that state, this case is as good as Ganduje is in a deep blue sea that it might take him. Not even the proclamation of Mr. President will help him out of this situation, because the pronouncement has been made, the papers has been signed, and he should also go and face those panel and those lawyers that adjudged the case of Oshomole, the case of Secondus, the case of Iyochia Ayu. So what do you call it? The examples are bound.
There's already precedence.
There is already a precedent.
So now there is a possibility that the panel will build around that precedent to also give judgment.
Choma, you understand this particular issue. Insofar as this local government, whatever have made a statement, you will hear it in court tomorrow, where you want to go and clear his name.
All right. Honorable Churchill, now you are a politician and you understand the intrigues in the political ecosystem. What do you think about what is going on in Kano State? And then the State Working Committee reversing the suspension of Ganduje by what?
No, the local government, then the state now backed them.
Yes, but
yes.
It is the State Working Committee that has come out to release a press conference. So we'll go with the State Working Committee. What do you have to say to that?
Every party has a party constitution, and the party constitution, like in my party, because I always refer to PDP constitution. We know too well that the party constitution, the most powerful organ of the party is the ward.
Okay.
And it's only the ward that has the right to either suspend you,
to register,
or expel you from the party. And I know too well that the register of every member of the party starts from the ward, because the state does not have a register of any party member. So, Ganduje, I pity him.
Why do you say that?
Of course.
I pity him because it has come to...
They started from where they should.
Where he doesn't have any other thing to do. The only thing he can do now is either go back to his ward and talk to his ward schools, because they are escalating the matter more.
Yes.
And more they are escalating the matter, more is the problem is increasing.
Yes.
Okay.
So he should go back to his ward and ask them what is the problem. His ward chairman he should call his ward schools. He has what it takes to call his ward schools. If he can't, he should go to the president and tell the president, please help me, call my schools to come to Abuja. Let's discuss with them. Because as it stands now, the ward has the highest power to suspend him. And
constitutionally,
he shouldn't, this LGA and state stuff, they
shouldn't
a waste of time.
Arisen. They are wasting time.
It's a waste of time, so they should come back.
No.
If for me, I would advise him, I said, as somebody that has what it takes to either call his ward chairman and his schools, or call his ward executive together and maybe host them in his house, either in Abuja, or tell the president. The president has the right to call them, and none of them would say no. If they say no, they will arrest them down for the meeting. Not that arresting them to lock them, arrest them for the meeting and ask them what is the problem. Where is this problem coming from? Let us handle it.
But they made their grievances known. They already indicted him. They already indicted him.
They should handle it
over the because these are the disturbing scenarios.
He has not been indicted yet. He has not been.
But when you are a leader, and your integrity and the face of what you are.
Aren't there people in Nigeria that have gone from prison to governance? One, when you talk about that, when you want to, support the suspension of Ganduje, from as APC national chairman from the world, based on allegations. As at now, it's allegations.
No, this is
based on allegation of corruption and all of that, and they've been arraigned before the court. Why not let the court make that decision?
Do you know
now,
that?
Hold on. Okay, let me also ask you a question. When President Bola Tinubu became the president, and there were other people from other parties, presidential flag bearers of other parties, that were contending for that position, and they were convinced that the election did not go well, and they felt their mandate was not given to them. They went to court, didn't they?
They went.
While they were in court, was the president still ruling?
Of course.
Was there handover on May 29th?
Yes.
So then, why should Ganduje step down when there are allegations that he needs to prove himself and clear himself in court? That's one question. Now, I'm not trying to make any case for anybody, but these are precedents of things that have happened in the country. So now, if you're saying because of this, Ganduje should step down, like I asked you before, hasn't there been a case of people who went straight from prison to governance? Haven't there been cases of people who actually have questions to answer with EFCC, who still ran elections and won into the legislature and other elective offices? Aren't these things happening? So why is Ganduje's
the Ganduje's case is different in the financial waters. He really put himself. Do you know the reason? Because his own was glaring. His own was there is something like somebody is alleging, and you're not sure, you're not seeing it. But this one, there was a video that is put out. You're talking about an image maker of the party. This is an image maker of APC.
Wasn't the video already in public domain before
they have played politics now. They played politics. That is why I told you that anything that goes around comes around. It has come to haunt him. No, forget about how he assumed the office or whatever in intra-party play or those who put him there. But now, you can't run away from your shadows. When he was a governor, he was being covered by immunity. Then after that, there is no more immunity now. He has his dates in court.
Right.
So let him go and clear his name. And again, when you talk about the world chairman that is suspending him and all that, what the world chairman did is right, because Ganduje, having assumed that high heavens, just like Honorable Churchill said, do you know that they tend to forget these other people, and he forget that he's doing with a political Maradona in Kano State, in the person of Ganduje. What happened to Secondus? What happened to Iyochi Ayu? They were in Abuja playing politics. Winke went underground and went to their wards to stir the waters. And before they knew it, they had the news in Abuja. It happened to Secondus, and that is how Winke from here stirred the waters in Benue State, and the Iyochi Ayu was removed. What do you call it? Adam Soshomole was in Lagos, dragging to market Eze Yamo, and the Obaseki went underground. And that's why I said, if Obaseki did not achieve anything, he would achieve something by dethroning a sitting national chairman. So when you look at those things, Choma, it begins to play around that when you are, just like Honorable Churchill earlier, when you assume a higher position in your political career, don't forget your roots. Right. Because once you forget them, somebody who understands this and who wants to shock you and rubbish your political career can go there and stir the waters. And that is what is happening to Ganduje, because he neglected his root, and he went to Abuja and was collecting AC and moving his chair like Baba. The Baba chair. Okay. And at the end of the day, look at where it allowed.
Let me just add to what he said, and also.
It's good to see you agree on something.
Yes, today. You know why I'm agreeing on this one is that I'm a party man. You know, Ganduje, to be honest, has never been indicted. He has not been indicted. But there, like what you said, there must be somebody stirring the water.
Of course.
And making it look very hot for
yes.
him. So the best he can do is an advice.
Could it be, having said that, just let me anchor on that a bit. You know, Ganduje already has an ongoing back and forth with the current governor of Kano State. Could that also be part of the issues? Because when you look at it, the State Working Committee came out to accuse the world leaders of anti-party activities. The local government chairman,